Let's talk about this kooky, wild, crazy, original, amazing show.
Gracias por ver La Esquina de Jody. Thank you for watching Jody's Corner.
YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. This is going to be a spoiler review for Squid Game. I'm a little bit under the weather. I've been down for about 3 days. I think I have a cold or something like that. So took me a lot of energy to muster up to get here to do this review for you guys on a Sunday afternoon. But we're going to try and get through this together. Let's do it. Squid Game, it's a 10-episode series on Netflix. It's actually #1 trending on Netflix. So this is a Korean series about a conglomerate that seeks out people who are in dire straits, homeless, poor, indebted to a lot of people. It hunts out people who need money in the realest way possible, the most desperate of the desperate people in Korea. And they hand them a card that has an address and a location for them to be there. They get picked up by vans, took into this place. They get picked up by vans, put to sleep in the van, took into this place without knowing where they are, and then they're awakened to see these people in these suits, these jumpsuits and masks that have squares, triangles, and circles on them. Now, the squares, triangles, circles represent the ranks of the workers, like circle above triangle, square above circle, I guess. So yeah, and it's a huge mystery, but the about who they are. But the people who were abducted willfully, they are to participate in the Squid Games, which are childhood games where if you get past each round, you win the cash prize, the grand cash prize, which is 45.6 billion won is what they call it. It's the Korean won. So here are these poor people, these desperate people, these people that need money for their mother's surgery. They need money to get out of debt so they don't get murdered and their family doesn't die. They've been poor their whole lives. Whatever their reason is, they're in this situation where they have to play these kid games against one another. So they're like, yeah, let's play these kid games. Let's go. Ha ha, hopscotch. So they play this first game, and this first game seems quite innocent until the people who lost end up getting killed. Because if you lose at these kid games, spoiler alert, you die. You die bad. Those people with the suits, they have guns. They shoot you in the head, shoot you in the back, AK-47 your body. It's pretty darn gruesome. And that's where this game and this show gets super exciting. It's this jovial, lighthearted Korean show that turns dark and menacing, and it gets even better. So these people are shocked and stuff. They're murdering us. Oh my God, get us out of here. I don't want to do this. So the head guy who looks like he has a stone face mask. He says, all right, there is a clause where one of the Korean guys says, what about clause 3? If the majority of the people decide to quit the game, then the game will stop. So the stone face guy says, yes, there is a clause. If the majority of you who are survived choose to leave, you may cast your vote. We'll tally up the votes, and we can end the Squid Games. So they all each go cast their vote. They hit an X. They hit a circle. X circle, X circle. You see the number tally, and they divide. Here's the people that want to go home. Here are the people that want to stay, because it's like if you stay, then you have a better odds at winning the money. And people that go, their money increases. The people that go, their money they would have won increases the pot for the people who stay. So it got down to like the last person. I think it was like 100 to 100 or something like that. 100 go, 100 stay. And the last person was number 1, 001. Each person is given their numbers. So the main characters here are like 218, 101, 001, 456, 067, 069. Those are like the main numbers of the main characters who do well in the game. And it was 001. He's the old man who had terminal, I guess, a brain tumor, he was going to end up dying anyway. So he kind of just rolled the dice and wanted to play the Squid Games just to see what would happen. You know, he ain't got nothing to lose. So he goes up there to cast his vote, and whatever vote he casts, it so will be. He says, no, we want to end this game. And everyone was like, oh, no. People were like, yay. So the games ended. They put them back to where they were, and they said, we'll try again and see how many of you want to come back. And then during this time when it's happening, you know, he's the main character that we follow, number 456. He has this daughter who lives with this other family because he's this guy. The main character is a screw up. He is a straight loser, bum, drug addict, junkie, unreliable, trash can of a human being when it comes to achieving anything, you know? He's just a scumbag loser. That's who he is in society. That's how society has cast him to be, and that's very much who he truly is. Down on his luck, you know, can't rely on him. Just a straight up definition of a loser. And he has this daughter who he splits custody with, and his baby mama who doesn't really like him. Everybody's excommunicated him from the family because he'll steal from you, or he'll end up doing something wrong or hurt the family, hurt you by being stupid and oblivious. So nobody wants to be around this guy. He has a side job of delivering I think he's a chauffeur. And he's bum. He has no money. And his daughter loves his father, but his daughter is with the baby mama and a new man, a new rich man who has a lot of money. And he's just that bum guy. You know, he doesn't have a relationship with his daughter, doesn't have really a relationship with his baby mama. The bum guy, you know, is just bumming his heck. Just nothing. Scumbag guy, right? You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, he's all these things, but he's nice. He has a good heart. He's a huge contradiction, you know? Like, it's just this loser guy, but he has a good heart and he's nice. A nice, good guy. Not a nice guy with a good heart. And he has this mom he lives with who is killing herself to keep the bills floating in because he, as a man, has failed to be a man. He's like a child, to where his mother is driving herself to death. Like, she was sick. She had the foot condition. She's diabetic and she's in the hospital. And he discovers that his mother's going to die. And he weeps and says, "Mom, I will take care of you." So now he has the reason to go back and play the Squid Games. That's his motivation. But before he decides to go back and play Squid Games, he goes to this little convenience store. He's out there in the rain drinking some I want to call it sake. What do they call it? Is it soju? I think he's drinking some soju. And he's just there by himself, broke, hungry. His friend won't lend him no money. Nobody will lend him money. The baby's daddy offered to give him the 2 million won, but he said, "Go away. We're going to go to America." He punches the guy. So all of his bridges have burned. He's sitting around this table, and out comes 001, the old man. "Oh, how fortunate for me to meet you here." I'm like, man, this old man, like, took my heart because I love the old man. He's my favorite character because the way he looks at life and how nice he is. And then you get to see how they both, what are the odds I would find us both here right now, this way. So he's like, "Would you like to sit down?" They sit down there in the rain. And he's like, you know, "Would you like some drink?" "Yes, please." "I don't know. You have a tumor. You sure?" "Yes, it's fine. It's fine." He was like, "I'm sorry. I wish I had some food to offer you." He says, pulls out a little top ramen bag. Noodles. And here they are breaking open this bag, and they're putting the sauce on it, and they're eating dry noodles, man. And I'm just sad for them. Like, oh man, look at these guys. It's just, you know, that type of stuff makes me feel bad because, you know, I used to go hungry when I was broken, poor and shit growing up, man. I wonder if that's why I'm fat, because I don't ever want to go hungry again. But either way, it was really sad seeing them share some ramen noodles, and they didn't even boil it. They had no water. They're just eating some dry noodles and shit. I'm like, oh fuck. And then they decide to go back, and they go back to the Squid Games, and the Squid Games begin again. Meanwhile, this detective who has this brother who's missing has been trying to find his way in order to get back in to discover what these Squid Games are, what this place is, because his brother ended up going missing. And this brother did some amazing detective work about finding and locating and taking bodies, throwing them overboard, taking their identities, swapping from box to circle to triangle. This dude has been fantastic. So shout out to that detective dude. He's on his shit. He's like MacGyver out here. So meanwhile, he's infiltrating. He's doing that thing, discovering what's going on. And we see that we have this crazy lady with some hair who talks a lot of shit, who's a whore, who's old, who doesn't want you to call her old. She's interesting. You have this snake tattoo guy who has this snake face tattoo all across his face leading from his shoulder. He's the bad guy of the show. Gotta look out for him. So automatically, you see that bad guy, he's gonna live for a long time because you want to keep a character like that around, so he's gonna survive for a long time. And you have the old man, and you have this smart think tank genius guy, who's the one who developed clause number 3. His number 218. That's his number was 218. He is a smart man who went to a smart school, who got these smart degrees, but he ended up gambling all of his wages on a bet that didn't work out for him. So he's in debt, and that's why he's in the Squid Games. And he's a very formidable player. And there's another one, an Indian who has a wife and child. I forgot his number. But he's here playing to save his family and stuff like that. He's very dumb, but he's a fish out of water. He's an Indian in Korea who doesn't know the language, who doesn't know the customs, who doesn't know the culture. So he's very much lenient upon what other people tell him, which really isn't good for a game like this. But he's found a soft spot in 218 because 218 gave him bus money. 218 fed him. 218 looked out for him. So he trusts him, and 218 have formed a group along with 456. And we have 067. She has a little brother who's in an orphanage and she's trying to get out of there. So everybody has their motivations and they're all on the team. Stuff starts to go bad because the bad team kind of grouped up and they started killing people in the night, yo. So people in the nighttime are freaking scared for their lives. And then you have the games to play the next day. I mean, this shit is torture. And then they're feeding you with like a boiled egg, and they'll give you a potato, a slice of bread. They're malnourished and stuff. This shit is really, really hectic, bro. Like this, like it puts you into the zone of what they're kind of going through. Like me, myself, I felt like I was going through the pains that they were going through. Like, man, I'm really rooting for these motherfuckers to win. And by the time the team is developed of 218, 001, 456, 067, the Indian guy, I don't want none of them to die. And I'm going to skip forward to the point where shit comes to a head. They played this tug of war game, which was great. 218 figured it out. Take 3 steps forward, let them fall, pull them through. Dope. But the game that happened after that, which was marbles. They had to partner up in twos. And Indian dude in 218 partnered up because obviously they're close. He was strong. 218 was smart. They thought that would work. 456 saw the old man. Old man was like, I know nobody wants to team with me. It's okay. He went over there to sit in the corner, bro. Everybody's teaming up. And the poor old man was just sitting there in the corner. 456 put his hand out. Would you like to team up with me? I was like, 456. That was so sweet for you to risk your life. He's risking his life to take the old man that nobody wanted because you want someone strong. Nobody wanted to select any women, so the women had to select themselves. It was like that. So, and then you get this deep story. You have this conversation of these 2 Asian girls. Like, instead of just playing these games for these marbles, so the goal is to, each person has 10 marbles. You have to then fight against your teammate. So the very person you picked to be your teammate, the twist was you got to play them in marbles and take their 10 marbles, and then the person on your team who loses all their marbles dies. At this point, I'm like, oh no. The first thing I think about is 456 and the old man. How do you take a man in 456 who is all good in the heart, and a person like number 1 who knows how to play marbles because he's an OG? How do y'all make that happen? How does that resolve itself? And that's when you see the true lack of humanity shine through every one of these characters. Like, I hate 218. I hate 218 for what he did. He completely bamboozled the Indian kid, man. He was like, yes, he was getting mad. How are you doing this? You're winning. How are you guessing? No, sir, I wouldn't do this. I don't guess. I don't know why. No. You're crying every single time you win. And I'm seeing this dark side of 218. He's going ham on his friend because it's life or death. And now he's left with 1 marble. And he's like, wait. I'll come up with a plan. Me and you, there's this, we both team up, we do this. He came up with this big lie, and he used the gullibleness And the trust that the Indian man had in 218 to trick him. And then, here, we'll keep it safe. He said, give me your marbles. He ripped the thing around. He looked up. Blah, blah. He filled it with rocks. While the Indian wasn't looking, he filled it with rocks and said, here, put it around your neck. That's safe, huh? He said, yes, thank you. All the while, he took his 20 marbles. And he said, here's my 20 marbles. It doesn't matter how I got it, but I got it. And he left. He left the Indian to die. And then the Indian looked down at his marbles and discovered that he had stones in there. And he got shot in the head. I was like, this nigga savage, bro. 218, you are a savage piece of shit. I need you to die yesterday. I was so freaking mad. But then you kind of understand why they're doing it, because it's like life or death. You know what I'm saying? But the one that really, then they had the Asian girls who says, you know, she says, you have something to live for, I don't. And she offed herself. That was really touching, emotional. This was the best episode, the marble episode. And then you have the old man. He's like, oh, I know this village. I know this alley. He was starting to develop dementia issues with his tumor. And he was like, please, we have to play. We have to play. No, this street corner. I know this. So they was like, then he finally said, okay, let's play. The old man started to whoop him. And he whooped 456 down to his, I win. He whooped him down to his last marble, 456. 456 says, even. No. He said, odd. No, wait. Even. The old man opens his hand. It was 3 marbles. Odd. So he lose. He was like, oh. And then the old man said, 3. What did you say it was? Did you say even? Oh, odd. And here was the time where 456 humanity was truly tested. And this was symbolic of, no, how good are you? No matter how good of a person you try to be, that human instinct and desire and will to survive comes out, takes over, and it trumps all. And I had an issue with this initially, but after watching the show and thinking about it, I understand why he did it. 456 said he changed his mind. Even though he said even, he tricked the old man. I said odd. Oh, I guess you win then. And they said, oh, here's enough. Even, did you say? No, I said odd. And he tricked him. He said, I have 1 marble left. So I'm thinking, oh my God, he's going to kill the old man. He's going to kill the freaking old man. I'm feeling so terrible. Like, you're about to kill him. You're going to kill the old man. And he says, and he goes on his goose chase. Oh, I know this house. He's like, all the while he's being followed. Please, I need to get that last marble. We need to play still. Oh, it's fine. Oh, this is beautiful. Please, you don't understand. We have to play. But this is what we're supposed to do. And then he revealed to him, you're my friend. But you take advantage of your friend? He wasn't senile. He let him know, you were taking advantage and tricking me. He says, it's okay. Because I forgot what the name, Groshus, Shoshu, a word for brothers. He said, it's okay. He gives him the marble. And then the guys come put the gun to his head. He walks away and it blows the guy's brains out. The old man. At this point, I'm bawling like a kid, bro. My sheet is I'm like, tears just all on my face. I'm like, oh shit. Killed me, man. That old man, when he died, I felt so sad because he knew that he was freaking being tricked. So then it proceeds and it goes on. And, the game's getting more hectic and it gets down to the wire. And there's just 3 of them left. They have this dinner, amazing steak dinner. They leave the knives behind. 218 is a son of a bitch, piece of shit. Snake guy dies. A lot of them die off in the next game that comes, which was freaking fire and dope. So we're down to the final 3. And then, it's just the game, bro. It's just the game being played. He fell asleep. 218 falls asleep. And 456 was approaching to go slice his throat. And 67 says, don't do it. You're not like him. Don't do it. and she didn't. And he regrets it because he went to go bang on the door for help because she was bleeding out. And sure enough, the people with the box came. And when those people with the box comes, means they ain't coming to help. They coming to collect that body. He looked back, saw that 218 while he went over there. 218 woke up, got up, sliced her freaking throat. She's dead. So then it goes to the final game, and the final game was Squid Game. You got to get your opponent to. Them niggas ain't playing the game. It was a fight to the death. That's what it was. So they end up fighting. The fight was pretty good. Two people who can't fight, seeing them just be all messy and all over the place. And then it came. Here's the part. This is the problem I had. This is where I got upset, and I'm like, this wasn't good. 456 beats 218. He's on the floor, and he can't finish him. He drops the knife and says, "Let's walk away. Let's end this now." What, you dumb motherfucker? Excuse me, you stupid piece of shit. Shut the freak up. Your humanity is gone already. Your humanity is gone when you tricked that old man into getting himself killed. When you took advantage of him and died. Your humanity is, what are you trying to be, a saint? Ain't no saints here. I said, motherfucker, I saw you play all those games and all that shit that you died for. Your freaking 67 died for you. Died because of this. All the people that died, you're willing to give that up and walk away without the money? You idiot. This is so stupid. I said, get this Goku motherfucker up out of here with that dumb shit. This ain't realistic. Ain't nobody finna do that. Anybody, real person, would have slit his throat, collected that money, and got the freak up out of there. And for the simple fact that they wrote him to try to make that move of, let's end this and walk away. What? That shit insulted my intelligence, and it put a huge damper on this show, bro. I hated that part. Hated it. So much to the point where 218 kills himself. Are you kidding me? And then he wins the money. He doesn't spend any of it. He's tortured. He's damaged. He's done. His mom's dead. I mean, damn. The guy get no satisfaction. He's walking around the city, moping around, seeing the card guys, trying to get new people, chasing them down, trying to take down the empire. Wait, bruh, I don't like that much. But I did like the twist at the end when he was invited to a location, and then we revealed that it's number one, the old man. He never died. The old man was the one who was a part of it all. He's the one with all the money. He was the boss. I like that twist a lot. And I understood it. I understood why somebody with so much money. What does one with so much money and nothing to buy do? And who really had the brain tumor and was going to die. He actually passed away right there on the bed. I thought that was a great twist, man. This show's excellent. Like, even though that's the main gripe, the only one gripe I have was the end about him trying to throw it all away. I had a huge issue with that. But then there was a lot of things going on, like the doctor saving bodies and harvesting organs, which I think is a real thing. Breaking the rules and how he got away. We find out that the brother that the cop has been chasing is actually the man under the mask. I'm like, what? All this drama and stuff. This show delivers a lot. It gives a lot. It's very entertaining. It's very well made. Shout out to the Korean product over there, bro, because Parasite is fire, bro. I love Parasite. This is fire. I love this. I can't wait to see what else they got. But it's really important to me about them doing those voiceovers correctly. I really appreciate them doing the voiceovers instead of the subtitle text, which is dope because I could get into it more. I could appreciate the emotion more because it's actually voiceover. So as long as Netflix keeps doing good voiceovers for these shows, I'm here to watch it, and I'm down 100%. Squid Game is an absolute thrill ride that everybody I will feel will enjoy who are not too queasy on seeing stuff that is kind of like stomach turning. Squid Games is fire, and I highly recommend it, and I give it an A. Check out Squid Games right now on Netflix. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing, man. Deuces.